ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयो श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता हिया सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अनेकजन्मसम्प्राप्त कर्मबन्धविदाहिने आत्मज्ञानप्रदानेन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मन्नाथ श्रीजगन्नाथो मद्गुरुः श्रीजगद्गुरुः ममात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि सद्गुरुं तं नमामि सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणि नमोस्तुते नारायणि नमोस्तुते नारायणि नमोस्तुते। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि श्रीरामकृष्णायेति समर्पयामि। Now I will recite the Gayatri Mantram 3 times. All of you can join mentally. Full concentration, devotion, please. Body straight, eyes closed. Om Bhurbhuvah Suvah Tatsavituruvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Suvah Tatsavituruvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Suvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo nah prachodayat. We meditate on the spiritual effulgence of that adorable, supreme divine reality, the source of the three phenomenal worlds. May that supreme divine being stimulate our intelligence so that we may realize the supreme truth. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Now please concentrate on your inhalation and exhalation. Shvasa Nishvasa Mida Dhyasa Patandi. Very slowly inhale. Slowly exhale. Simple pranayama. Without any pressure, without any stress, without any heaviness. Enjoy the breathing process for a minute. You are inhaling positive vibrations. These positive vibrations will destroy all the negativity within the mind and body. Slowly breathe out the positive vibrations. Now breathe in pure vibrations. As much as possible. All these vibrations will destroy the impurities. Breathe out slowly the pure vibrations. Now inhale strong vibrations. Think that these vibrations are destroying all weaknesses in the mind and in the body. Slowly breathe out strong vibrations. Now think you are inhaling, breathing in peaceful vibrations. All the restlessness in the mind and body are destroyed, are burnt away. Breathe out peaceful vibrations. Now let us chant the Omkaram few times with full concentration and devotion. As you hear the chanting, train the mind to be steady, tune the mind to that frequency, and have faith in what you are doing in the present. Now I will recite Ramakrishna Dhyana Shlokam with meaning. Listen, think, meditate, be one with the Lord, Sri Ramakrishna. Om Hridaya Kamala Madhye Rajitam Nirvikalpam Sadasada Bheda Atitam Ekaswarupam Prakriti Vikriti Shunyam Nityamanandamurtim Vimala Paramahamsam Ramakrishnam Bhajamaha Vimala Paramahamsam Ramakrishnam Bhajamaha. We worship the stainless great swan, Sri Ramakrishna, resplendent in the lotus of heart, who is free from changes, who is the unitary being beyond all differences between the existence and non-existence, who is void of the modifications of nature and is always the embodiment of bliss. Vimala Paramahamsam Ramakrishnam Bhajamaha. Vikaramulo Leda Marpulu Lenivadu, Vedamulaka Atitudu, Avibhaktudu, Prakruti Kaluga Chese Marpulaku Atitudu, Sada Ananda Swarupudu, Dedipya Mananga Prakashinchevadu, Niranjanudu, Kalmasham Lenivadu, Na Hridaya Kamalampai Koluvai Unnavadu Aina, Paramahamsa Sri Ramakrishnulanu, Dhyanistunnanu. Second shloka. Nirupamamati sukshmam nishprapancham nireham gagana sadrishamisham sarva bhutadhivasam triguna rahita sachi brahmarupam varenyam vimala paramahamsam Ramakrishnam bhajamaha. Vimala paramahamsam Ramakrishnam bhajamaha. Vimala paramahamsam Ramakrishnam bhajamaha. We worship, we meditate, we adore the stainless great swan, Sri Ramakrishna, who is beyond compare, very subtle, devoid of diversity, desireless, vast as the sky, the master of the world, the abode of all creatures, devoid of the three gunas, and the image of existence, knowledge absolute, and the one to be desired for. Anupama Meyudu, Atyanta Sukshma Vartanam Kalavadu, Veda Rahitudu, Korikalu Lenivadu, Akasham Vale Vishalamaina Vadu, Vishwanayakudu, Sakala Jivarashulaku Ashrayudu, Trigunaలకు అతీతమైన వాడు, సకల మానవాళి కోరదగిన సచ్చిదానంద స్వరూపుడు, నిరంజనుడు, కల్మషం లేనివాడు అయిన పరమహంస శ్రీరామకృష్ణులను ధ్యానిస్తున్నాను. Now third shloka please. Vitaritum avatirnam gnana bhakti prashanti pranaya galita chittam jiva dukkha sahishnum dhruta sahaja samadhim chinmayam komalangam vimala paramahamsam Ramakrishnam bhajamaha. Vimala paramahamsam Ramakrishnam bhajamaha. We meditate, we worship the stainless great swan, Sri Ramakrishna, who has incarnated to distribute knowledge, devotion, and tranquility whose mind has melted with love, who is unable to bear the pain of the creatures, who is in the state of samadhi, his natural disposition, who is filled with consciousness, and who has tender limbs. జ్ఞానము భక్తి ప్రశాంతతలను యథేచ్ఛగా అనుగ్రహించడానికి అవతరించిన వాడు, ప్రేమరసపూర్ణమైన హృదయం కలవాడు, జీవుల దుఃఖాలను చూసి సహించలేనివాడు, సహజ సిద్ధంగా సదా సమాధివిష్ఠుడై ఉండేవాడు, చైతన్య ప్రపూర్ణుడు, కోమల శరీరుడు అయిన పరమహంస శ్రీరామకృష్ణులను ధ్యానిస్తున్నాను. విమల పరమహంసం రామకృష్ణం భజామహ. Once again, chanting of the Omkaram in the mind. Listen and train the mind, tune the mind. More concentration, more devotion, more strength, more faith should be acquired and you should be utilized. Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaaya. 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 Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from false to truth. O Lord, lead us from darkness to light, from ignorance to knowledge. O Lord, lead us from death to immortality, from fear to fearlessness, from weakness to strength. Mentally offer your salutations to the all-pervading blissful spirit. Feel the presence of Sri Ramakrishna in your heart. The Antaryamin, Sarvavyapi, Sarvottama, Sarvagnaha, Sachidananda Swarupaha, Vimala Paramahamsaha, Nityam Anandamurtin. Where is he? In your own heart. Mentally offer pranams to the Divine Mother, Holy Mother, Sri Sharada Devi, Mahasaraswati. Kripam Kuru Mahadevi, Suteshu Pranateshu Cha. Charanashrayadanena Kripamayi Namostute. Lajjapatavrute Nityam Sharade Gnanadayike. Papebhyo nas sada raksha Kripamayi Namostute. Ramakrishna Gata Pranam Tannama Shravana Priyam Tadbhava Ranjita Karam Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Pavitram Charitam Yasyah Pavitram Jeevanam Tatha Pavitrata Swarupinyai Tasyai Kurmo Namo Namaha. Tasyai Kurmo Namo Namaha. Mentally offer your salutations now to Swami Vivekananda. Paratatve Sadalino Ramakrishna Samagnaya Yo Dharmastapanarato Viresham Tam Namamyaham. Those who have taken Mantra Diksha, initiated devotees, volunteers, think about the Mahaguru. Think of the Diksha Guru who has put you in the path of spiritual life. Recollect his name, his form, and the Guru Stotra. Offer your pranams wholeheartedly. Guru Kripa is very, very essential to remove the obstacles, to clear the path in our spiritual journey. Those who have not yet been blessed with mantram in our Ramakrishna Math traditions, you may think of the Supreme Guru in Sri Ramakrishna and so many great teachers, great saints in the whole world. Offer your pranam. Think of the direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, from Swami Vivekananda till Swami Vijnanananda. Today is the Jayanti Tithi Puja, Janma Tithi of Swami Premananda Ji Maharaj, Sri Ramakrishna's monastic disciple. Embodiment of love, embodiment of prema. I will read out the names and their qualities, and we offer our pranam mentally. Vishwaguru, Vishwavandya, Vivekananda Jaya Jaya, Ramakrishna Bhavaputra, Brahmananda Jaya Jaya, Mahapurusha Mahayogi, Shivananda Jaya Jaya, Jagannatha Pritiputra, Yogananda Jaya Jaya, Siddha Yogi Mahatyagi, Turiyananda Jaya Jaya, Prema Rupa Shanti Data, Premananda Jaya Jaya. This is the quality of revered Srimad Swami Premananda Ji Maharaj. Prema Rupa Shanti Data, Premananda Jaya Jaya. Paramahamsa Dasa Dasa, Adbhutananda Jaya Jaya. Gunashila Gunatita, Trigunaatitananda Jaya Jaya. Sarva Karma Marma Darshi, Abhedananda Jaya Jaya. Vishwa Premi Vimala Hridaya, Akhandananda Jaya Jaya. Nitya Yogi Sunirmala, Niranjanananda Jaya Jaya. Bala Bhava Bala Shila, Subodhananda Jaya Jaya. Paramahamsa Kripa Prapta, Advaitananda Jaya Jaya. Gnana Rupa Shanta Bhava, Vijnanananda Jaya Jaya. Matru Bhakta Matru Sevi, Sharadananda Jaya Jaya. Ramakrishna Seva Premi, Ramakrishnananda Jaya Jaya. Deva Deva Mahadeva, Ramakrishna Jaya Jaya. Purna Brahma Purna Shakti, Ramakrishna Jaya Jaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Today is sacred Jayanti, Tithi Puja of revered Srimad Swami Premananda Ji Maharaj, 12th of December 2021, according to the Tithi. So I'll read out his contact with Sri Ramakrishna and how he is one of the most sublime and divine souls in the Ramakrishna tradition. Sri Ramakrishna used to refer to half a dozen of his disciples as Ishvara Kotis. Who is Ishvara Koti? One who is eternally free and divine from their Janma. They have come for a purpose with this Avatar Varishtha and they fulfill their duties, inspire, guide mankind and go back. They are never caught in this samsara. They were never bound by the desires and by the gunas of this world. And to this group, select group, was Swami Premananda. She was born, Swami Premananda Ji was born on 10th December. This is according to the English calendar. 1861, in the prosperous and picturesque village of Antpur, in the district of Hooghly in Bengal. And in one way, their entire family was devoted to Sri Ramakrishna through Balram Bose. Krishna Bhavani was married to Balram Bose, the householder devotee of Sri Ramakrishna, whose house Sri Ramakrishna said, "It is my fort." And he visited nearly 100 times. That house is part of the Ramakrishna Math branch now, Kolkata. Balram Bose paid frequent visits to Sri Ramakrishna in Dakshineshwar. He would take his wife and children with him. One day he took his mother-in-law also to Sri Ramakrishna. The devoted lady was highly pleased with the meeting and felt herself blessed by seeing him. Baburam, that was his earlier name, Baburam Maharaj, pre-monastic name. From his childhood, inclined towards spirituality. Renunciation spoke through the broken accents of his childhood. When a mere stripling of a few summers, if anybody teased him about marriage, he would lisp out his protestations. "Oh, don't marry me. Don't. I will die then." His mates in the village school were drawn to this young cherub by an invisible tie of affection. They regarded him as their near and dear one. At 8 years, at the age of 8 years, his ideal was to lead a life of renunciation with a fellow monk in a hut shut out from the public view. Later on, we shall see how correctly his boyish dreams anticipated future events. The sight of the ascetics, that is the wandering monks on the banks of the Ganga, drew the comely boy to them. He would be unaware of the flight of time in prayer and meditation. Then he came to Kolkata to study in a school where headmaster himself was Mahendranath Gupta, Master Mahashaya, M. Who was M? The author of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. By another curious coincidence, Rakhal, later Swami Brahmananda, was a student of the same school, Metropolitan Institution. He studied in the same class as Baburam. So Baburam Maharaj and Rakhal Maharaj, Brahmanandaji and Premanji became close friends. That is how Rakhal or Brahmanji came under the influence of the master. The contacts brought to Baburam's notice the holy personality of the master and opened up opportunities which led to an early acquaintance with him. So with Sri Ramakrishna, the details are there in our website and separate book also, God Lived With Them. All the devotees, volunteers should read thoroughly, underline, make some notes, imbibe that spirit, obtain the blessings of these direct disciples. They're not just ordinary birthdays that you celebrate or anybody celebrates outside. So Baburam Maharaj, his uniqueness was so pure, so pure, so pure. He was pure Pavitrata, Shuddha, Shuddha Sattva, to the very bones, to the very marrow of his bones. Sri Ramakrishna himself said, Yanta Pavitrata, Yanta Pavitrata. And he alone could touch Sri Ramakrishna in Samadhi. Nobody else could touch Sri Ramakrishna's body. So Baburam Maharaj had the tremendous purity, and today we are celebrating his birthday, his Jayanti, in his humble way. We offer our own prayers and study his life, small talk, etc. He became literally later on the manager of the Math, manager of Belur Math at that time. So he was training the monks, training the novices, training the brahmacharis in the path of spiritual life and discipline, service. He said, you should learn how to work in every walk of life. I repeat, Baburam Maharaj said, you should learn how to work in every walk of life. Be it service in the shrine, in cooking in the kitchen, taking care of the cows, or scavenging. Be they great or small, all works should receive your equal attention. Always take as much care of the means as of the end. Though he would eye with disfavor the slightest indifference to work, he was quick to forgive and forget all remiss. A great teacher he was. He knew that the leader must be prepared to sacrifice and to set the example. He taught more by his actions than by precepts. One of his favorite sayings was that a leader, Sardar, must be ready to sacrifice his head, Sirdar. Sardar, Sirdar. A remarkable incident reveals not only the trait of his character, but also his breadth of vision, free from the trammels of a conventional social mode. Swamiji asked him to go to Bengal and spread the message of the master. And he went to Dhaka, East Bengal, spread the message. He was not that eloquent speaker, but whatever he spoke, thousands of people used to listen. They were hypnotized, as it were, by his spiritual glow, that purity. So very interesting personality. He was loved and honored because in his life and talk, he was full of Sri Ramakrishna. To the younger monks who just joined the order in Belur Math, he impressed the idea that all their duties, allotted duties in Belur Math, garden or kitchen or shrine or anything, taking care of cows and watering the plants, it is a worship of the master, to whom indeed belonged to the whole monastery and the mission. The devotees were to be served because they were his. They belonged to the master. The ground, that is Belur Math grounds or Ramakrishna Math grounds, was to be kept clean because Sri Ramakrishna used to go for walks. The direct disciples saw Sri Ramakrishna walking early morning, late evening. So Babu Ram Maharaj was aware of it. And he used to keep the garden, keep the land, keep the grounds very, very clean. So this is wonderful qualities of Babu Ram Maharaj, Swami Premanandaji. It is your duty and your sadhana to read and get that bhava. Yad bhavam tad bhavati, as you think you will become. Okay. So that is the small introduction of Swami Premanandaji. May he bless all of us with purity, with that nishtha, with that ekagrata, with that ananya bhakti, with the sharanagati, which is required for our spiritual journey and spiritual growth. So today, 12th December, coming to the end of this 2021. Last year, Corona year, this year, Corona year. Now, Corona year is ending, but another fellow is coming. But it is our sadhana, our prayer to keep ourselves fit by yogasanas, by immunity and taking care and not be complacent. Okay. And serve wherever it is required, serve the people. This is also very, very important. Health is wealth, or when we have to do Sri Ramakrishna's work in the college or in the house, in the office or in the market, in the mutt or anywhere, health is very, very important. Sharira madhyam kalu dharma sadhana. Body is the primary means of practicing dharma. So follow the health rules, follow the yogasana rules, and be up and doing. Muscles of iron, nerves of steel, but simply developing health and just keeping quiet is no use. But spiritual health also is very important. Okay? Right. So we move forward. It is 6:13, 14 already. We have another volunteer devotee joining us live from Bengaluru. So Bangalore has contributed so many volunteers and devotees, as you have heard. From this time, we owe everything to Swami Ramakrishna Anandaji in Bengaluru. who started Bangalore Center, Kerala centers, Chennai centers, and one private center in Andhra Pradesh. Entire South he spread in 14 years. He was sent by Vivekananda to Chennai 1897. And he returned to Kolkata and passed away there 1911. So 14 years in entire South India, 4 states. So Bengaluru was the hub of that activity apart from Chennai. Holy Mother stayed in that center. You've heard a lot of stories about it. And the later on dynamic, very high level monks, the direct disciples, second generation. Okay, the second generation of monks led the Ramakrishna movement in the south, and Yatishwarananda ji and all other great monks, Tyagishananda ji, Prabhuddhananda ji. Then we had Adidevananda ji, Chidananda ji, till another 30 years, Harshananda ji, who passed away this year in January. So Balaka Sangha is produced. You have heard in the past Anjan Kumar some months ago. You have heard Sheshadri, all the old devotees, volunteers, B.S. Muralidhar, Gautam, and a couple of other people here and there from Andhra Pradesh, Pune. Today we have with us, joining us live, Sri H.V. Vishwanath, who joined the Vivekananda Balak Sangha when he was only 9 years old, young boy, and grew up as a passionate member, volunteer of the Bangalore Ramakrishna Math. He developed love for singing and literature, Kannada literature and the Ramakrishna Vivekananda literature. And under the guidance, direct influence of Purushottamananda ji, he was trained in music, trained in writing, trained in editing books. And he took Mantra Diksha when he was 13 years by the 10th president of the order, Swami Vireshwaranji Maharaj, Holy Mother's disciple. And after his BE engineering, he started working with Swami Purushottamanji full time in helping the matters of publishing the works, proofreading, translating English to Kannada, Kannada to English, etc., compiling, editing, taking care of the proofreading, etc. For the next 7 years, he worked closely with him and brought out biographies of Sri Ramakrishna, biographies of Swamiji, biography of Holy Mother, and several small booklets, hundreds of them. So he is having his own Gurukulam of music, Vishwanath ji, so called Sharada Gurukulam in Bengaluru, and his songs and his training of youngsters in music, bhajans, not the classical, not other things, but the regular bhajans of sung in our Math mission, traditional bhajans, Kabir, Nanak, everything he is proficient. So he is joined us live. Vishwanath, namaste. Yes, very nice. After a long gap, we are meeting online. So the platform is yours. He will share his lessons about in the Balak Sangha and later as a volunteer, and now his music lessons to the devotees and youngsters in Bengaluru, and how each one of you can implement, can participate in this Ramakrishna movement, whether through music or through literature. And that is his lesson today. Next 15-20 minutes he will speak, and I requested him to sing 2 bhajans, very traditional bhajans of Guru Nanak and by Surdas. I will leave that to him in the end of his presentation. And now Sri Vishwanath ji will talk. HV, platform is yours.
Jai Ram Krishna.
Jai Ram Krishna. Thank you for accepting and coming online.
Revered Swami Bodhavanaji Maharaj, my humble pranams to you, and my respectful regards to all the fellow devotees, friends. It's indeed a great opportunity, great privilege to be amidst you and being directed by Revered Swami Bodhavanaji Maharaj to speak about our alma mater, that is Vivekananda Balak Sangha, and to have an opportunity to recall and speak about our most revered mentor, Swami Purushottamanaji Maharaj. You see his picture behind me. So, revered Swami Purushottamanaji Maharaj was our common teacher for revered Swami Bodhmayanji Maharaj and myself in that group of Vivekananda Balak Sangha. So it was actually a sort of a Gurukula, a very humble one, so that in the sense there were no rules guiding that Sangha, so to say. It was an informal organization, Vivekananda Balak Sangha. Very high ideals, but very simple routines, very simple activities. Simple activities like playing, working, volunteering with cleaning and other things. And all boys in the age of, say, 9 to 15, all coming from very ordinary middle class backgrounds and very simple education. So there was nothing big or great about our backgrounds. And how would a Swami, a highly motivated Swamiji, how would he deal with us? What could he really tell us about? Where could he lead us? That was the most fascinating thing. So amidst our daily activities of working and playing and classes of Vedic chanting, bhajan and all that, we spent very little time there actually, maybe 1.5 hours every day on an average. So how could he really inspire us to lead a great life? And how could he really put an ideal of greatness before us? The secret was the Swamiji who led the Sangha. He was a personification of all the great virtues. He led by example, that's it. Through the simplest acts of how he dealt with us in our daily routine, how he spoke to us, how he gave away very little small prizes or words of appreciation, how he brought us together in our activities. In all this, he stood out as a great example himself, a great source of inspiration. How much would we understand of Ramakrishna or Vivekananda in that age? Anything about spirituality, anything about human values, virtues, we would see personified in him. And after all, he was himself a very humble monk, so to say. He himself said that he was one of the humblest in the Ramakrishna order. He considered himself the humblest, and he really acted that way. In the sense, he was actually from he was just an SSLC passed lad coming from an interior village, but he was a self-made man. In the sense, he understood the essence of spirituality and he imbibed those qualities from the senior monks around him, and how he conducted himself every moment, that was the guiding spirit for us. He had very few rules for the Sangha. The only rule was his love, the unselfish love, and with zero expectation. Love just flowed from him. At the same time, he was the Dandadata Pita, Snehamayi Mata. The Dandadata Pita was also, it also expressed itself constantly through his words of admonition, caution, all that. But nobody would take offense to those words. That's because every child would be immediately aware of the love behind those words. So if there was any lesson for us, a lifetime lesson for us, it was this: love. Give love, be unselfish, and world deceivers. I'm extremely happy to see that revered Swami Bodhmayanji Maharaj, who was my junior, in Balak Sangha, I would say I didn't have a very big expectation of him. Although I was just a few years older, I would, I mean, we all boys made fun of each other, and with a bossiness, I think I was also teasing him sometimes. But when he came to, I think, first year degree or so, his personality changed so drastically. He became suddenly so serious and involved with all things spiritual and all that. His temperament, his nature changed, very nature changed, and he became a serious student of all the things. Of course, I couldn't guess what this change was about, and by the time he had finished his degree, he was in a different realm altogether. And I see that that little institution of Balak Sangha has produced a vice chancellor level scholar in Swami Bodhamayanji, who has led by example and who can build thousands of lives, who can illuminate thousands of lamps, who can build numerous all-round personalities. So we should be extremely grateful to that humble institution of Vivekananda Balak Sangha, and of course our most illuminated Swami Purushottomanji, who brought about this. So that's a little thing that I would like to say about our Balak Sangha. And the inspiration from Balak Sangha has been so great, so deep, I might say, that I could never leave the Sangha, Balak Sangha. I have always been a member of the Sangha within myself. I can never give it up. So this so-called Sharada Gurukula was actually a continuation of that Vivekananda Balak Sangha. In the sense, what little I had learned, I couldn't stop myself from giving that to others. What I had witnessed as a young boy or even later on, and what I imbibed could not be taught to others through words. Most of us are extremely small for that. We are not really qualified to teach others, but we can tell about what we saw, what we learned. We can tell them about what we heard. And the great example set by the sadhus that we happen to be with. We can talk about them. We can tell others what we saw. So we are just pipelines. So that's how this Sharada Gurukula deems itself. So through this Sharada Gurukula, I have been able to connect with people, rather connect them to the fountainhead of spirituality, of inspiration, the Holy Trio, and our own mentor, most revered Swami Purushottomanji Maharaj. And this bhajan has been a most wonderful medium of communication. There's everything in these bhajans, every value, every scope for all-round development in these bhajans. There is food for thought, there is food for the brain, the mind, the heart, and the body also. So whatever little I could learn, maybe a small percentage of what I could learn, I've been fortunate to pass it on to others. And as per Swamiji's instructions, I would like to sing the two songs now. Gaganamaya Thala Ravichandra Deepaka Bane. This is a song, Guru Nanak. So this song says, this is a description of the God's creation, and it says the sky itself is the great plate on which the lamps of Surya and Chandra, they are, and all the stars, these are worshipping the God, the Paramatman. Nature is worshipping God by itself. We can only witness that and fill our hearts with that sight and with that feeling. कृपा जल देवो नानक सारंगी को कृपा जल देवो नानक सारंगी को हो जावे तेरे हो जावे तेरे नाम वासा गगनमय थाल रवि चंद्र दीपक बने गगनमय थाल रवि चंद्र दीपक बने तारका मंडल चमके मोती रे तारका मंडल चमके मोती रे गगनमय थाल रवि चंद्र दीपक बने धूप मलयानिल धूप मलयानिल पावन चौरी करे धूप मलयानिल पावन चौरी करे सकल बनराई सकल बनराई फूलंत ज्योतिर सकल बनराई फूलंत ज्योतिर गगनमय थाल रवि चंद्र दीपक बने कैसे आरती होवे कैसे आरती होवे भवखंडन तेरी आरती कैसे आरती होवे भवखंडन तेरी आरती अनाहत शब्द अनाहत शब्द बाजंत भेरी रे अनाहत शब्द बाजंत भेरी रे गगनमय थाल रवि चंद्र दीपक बने हरि चरण कमल हरि चरण कमल मकरंद लोभित मन हरि चरण कमल मकरंद लोभित मन अनुदीन मोहया पियास हरि चरण कमल मकरंद लोभित मन अनुदीन मोहया पियास कृपा जल कृपा जल देव नानक सारंगी को कृपा जल देव नानक सारंगी गगनमय थाल रविचंद्र दीपक बने। The next song is Prabhu Mere Avagun Chaitanya Dharo. Those who are conversant with the life of Swami Vivekananda know that this song has a significance in his life. Maybe something like Shankaracharya suddenly realizing the Advaita Tattva when he confronts a Chandala in Kashi. Something like that. प्रभु मेरे आवगुण चितना धरो। I'm just reminded of Swami Purushottam ji when I sing this song. परस के मन द्विधा नहीं है, पर स्पर्शमणि. This speaks of Sparshamani. This, there is a reference to Sparshamani in this song. So I used to think of Swami Purushottam ji as a not more of a Purushamani than a Purushamani. The word Purushamani would have definitely sounded good for him, but I see him in a much better way. I would say much better definition of the Swamiji would be to call him a Sparshamani, because he made gold out of all the base metals that the people around him were. So he turned them into gold, and that was his real sadhana, achievement in life, I would say. Prabhu mere avaguna chitna dharo. प्रभु मेरे आवगुण चितना धरो। समदर्शी है नाम तिहारो, समदर्शी है नाम तिहारो। चाहे तो पार करो, प्रभु मेरे आवगुण चितना धरो। एक लोहा पूजा मेरा कत, एक लोहा पूजा मेरा कत। एक रहत व्याध घर परो, एक लोहा पूजा मेरा कत। एक रहत व्याध घर परो। पारस के मन विधान ही है, पारस के मन विधान ही है। दुएत कांचन करो, प्रभु मेरे आवगुण चितना धरो। प्रभु मेरे आवगुण चितना धरो। एक नदिया एक नार कहावत, एक नदिया एक
नार कहावत मैलो नीर भरो। एक नदिया एक नार कहावत मैलो नीर भरो। जब मिले दोनों एक वरण भाये, जब मिले दोनों एक वरण भाये, सुर सरि नाम परो। प्रभु मेरे अवगुण चित ना धरो। प्रभु मेरे अवगुण चित ना धरो। एक जीवा एक ब्रह्म कहावत, एक जीवा एक ब्रह्म कहावत, सूरदास झगरो। एक जीवा एक ब्रह्म कहावत, सूरदास झगरो। अज्ञान से भेद होवे, अज्ञान से भेद होवे। प्रभु अज्ञान से भेद होवे, ज्ञानी काहे भेद, ज्ञानी काहे भेद, ज्ञानी काहे भेद करो। प्रभु मेरे अवगुण चित ना धरो। प्रभु मेरे अवगुण चित ना धरो। समदर्शी है नाम तिहारो, समदर्शी नाम तिहारो, चाहे तो पार करो। प्रभु मेरे अवगुण चित ना धरो। प्रभु मेरे अवगुण, प्रभु मेरे अवगुण, प्रभु मेरे अवगुण चित ना धरो। That is Swami.
Last half an hour, we are drawn back into the bhajan world of Purushottam through you. Any incident, anything that you can share about volunteering in the Bangalore Mutt celebration time, or the Kainkariya, how they can do in the different mutts? Because many youngsters are joining us. What is your lesson or kind of how it was being done there, or what is the connectivity in the Ramakrishna Mutt traditions?
Let me speak about a very funny thing. First of all,
Yes.
I was in about 6th or 7th standard and nobody wanted me as a volunteer at that time. And I was quite depressed, and I was literally in tears. Purushottam Swamiji asked me, why well, are you a volunteer? Are you a volunteer in any group? I said, Swamiji, no, nobody has taken me. I was the reason is quite simple. I was not seen as someone who would work. I was good enough for talking. That's it. Even at that age. So that has not really changed, I would say. Anyway, the one thing that Swamiji said to me, and that I can't forget ever. He said, "You be in my group. You belong to my group." That he said, and he actually that literally translated into being in the music group. So being in the music group itself was given the rank of being a volunteer. That was a very funny thing I would say about volunteering. Other things, as far as the serious message that he would, Swami Purushottamji would give to volunteers was, of course, the equanimity, the equality of work, equanimity, and the he will, of course, the standard phrases that all work is divine, all work is equal, whether to be in the shrine or to be in the pandal, working, I mean, folding the chairs, carrying the chairs, the physical work, the land, all kinds of work, physical, menial, and maybe some intellectual work in the bookstall. All these were to be regarded as equal. That was conveyed to us in so many different ways by our mentor. And Swami Purushottamji had a keen eye on every volunteer. I'm not speaking of a person who was not an individual. It's not in his capacity as an individual, but as the head of an institution and as a role model. That's what I would say. He kept a very close eye on hundreds of us. Just a glance would tell him what the person is up to, what his mental level is, what his attitude to work is. And he would correct us privately wherever required, and he would also reward us, of course, through words and small gifts and all that. That meant what would I say? An entire a world to us. That made a world of difference. Swami Purushottamji's words, a guidance, that would make all the difference. We would not care for anything else after he would have prized us privately or in the group or in the open. So that was the image that he carried. That was the charisma. That was the power he carried as a person. That stands out. I'm unable to recall any specific instances of volunteering and how Purushottamji would guide us. And of course, I had the great fortune of being with him as a volunteer in the publication work. The instructions he imparted to me in that were too precious. And let me say this: when he took me as a help in his writing work, I was a sort of a punching bag. So we were, rather sparring partners. He would treat me as an equal in many respects. I was a fresh graduate and I had zero idea about writing, publishing, anything. Of course, Swami Purushottamji, he was a veteran as regards communication, speaking, lectures and all that. He gave me a very high seat, literally also. And he treated me as a friend for a long number of years. He taught me the basics of translation, editing, proofing, and all that. And still, that speaks so highly of him as a human being, as a teacher, as a guide, as a mentor. And at any time that I would show some reluctance to express my opinion about anything, he would prod me and say, "You are here to argue with me. You are here to talk about it. You can't hold back your opinion, even if I disagree with you. Argue with me and convince me." And as I was just mentioning the term Sparshamani and all that, I would be, I was one of the best examples of the base metal, I would say. And I had zero self-esteem. Although I was happy with reading, writing activities, and maybe some essay writing and all that, I had zero esteem about myself. And he suddenly one day he took me, he gave me this offer of being with him full time. And of course, obviously, that was not a sudden decision on his part. He had studied me, of course, and he had great faith in me. And as I said, I was just one of the examples. He made what maybe precious metals of hundreds, thousands of others, and I was fortunate to be one of them. And I can recall that he made me forget my limitations, and he literally pulled me up into a useful member of the society. Even as regards bhajan and singing, I mean, there is no greater inspiration than Swami Purushottam Ji for me. The way he sang, he was not too much classically trained or anything, but nobody could imitate him when it came to singing of the devotional songs. What was the chemistry behind it? What was the physics behind that? How did the sound how did they sound so different and so powerful? We really don't have the answer, except that it was the personality, it was the person that was singing to him, and that inspiration will remain forever in us.
Very nice, very nice. Something about the temple cleaning Kainkariya that we used to do in the evenings, how that helps in life, you know, that's a very interesting, nowhere we have seen like that.
Okay. Yes, temple cleaning was a somewhat extended activity, a big activity. It was a group activity. Obviously, 5 or 6 of us had to do it every night. We had 6 or 7 groups, one for each group, each day of the week, and we carried out meticulous cleaning of the prayer hall every day. It is a big prayer hall, maybe 30 by 50, and with the long, extended veranda and all that. So it had to be kept spick and span. And we had been so very well trained in that task of cleaning the prayer hall. I mean, sweeping and you know, and what do we say? Cleaning with the towel. So that task was so precisely and expertly taught to us, and we had to see that there was no dust after the floor had been swept, because we would press our knees on the floor, and if there was dust, it would be very painful. So, and after the prayer hall had been cleaned, there should not be any marks on the floor. The water had to be constantly changed, and it was like an engineering industry. We were, after years of training and monitoring and guidance by the elders, it came from generation to generation, I would say. And it was such an enjoyable task, actually. We had to remain after the prayer for at least half an hour more, and that was late night actually for most of us, and we were expected to be home by then. But we had to convince our elders and spend at least a day, at least one of the days, evenings, in Kainkariya. Kainkariya, you know, is such a holy work, holy duty for us. And of course, we had our little reward of biscuits and all that. That was a big reward in those days. That apart, the experience of having kept the prayer hall, maintained the prayer hall as youngsters, it was a holy duty for us that we all really enjoyed. And Revered Swami Purushottam Ji had an eye for all this, and whether Sri Ramakrishna himself saw us and whether he rewarded us or not, we were not very sure. But we were absolutely sure that whether Swami Purushottam Ji passed by that particular evening or not, we were absolutely sure that he knew who were all inside the prayer hall doing this duty, and that was enough to inspire us forever. Is there anything specific, Maharaj?
Very nice, very nice. Thoroughly enjoyed and thoroughly inspired. I think our volunteer devotees from various parts of the country, they have joined. and many new people also. I'll just take one or two impressions or feelings, what they have learned. First, where is Hemant from Pune? Hemant, are you there? Yes, Hemant. You are fresh from Puri and Bhubaneswar spiritual meditation. 1 minute, I'll just switch on, unmute. Yeah. Hemant, your feelings today, your lessons?
Yeah. Yes, Pranam Maharaj.
Ah.
Namaste to all. Yes, very inspiring account from Sir. Purushothamananji was also an inspiration to those that have not seen him.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen him on YouTube videos, but one of the first bhajans in the Ramakrishna Math that I've heard, mostly from you, Maharaj, you were playing in that bookstall.
Yes.
where when you were when we were in the bookstall, we used to often hear Purushottamani Maharaj, and we would often be taken to a different realm by just listening to the bhajan on the audio tape itself.
True.
And I can very well relate, how he inspired, when all the people were there around him. So definitely a very thrilling account, and very joyful to listen to it. Yes, Maharaj.
Yes, fantastic. Ajit Singh ji, me anubhavam, your feelings, your absorption of the topic.
Pranam Maharaj.
Pranam, boliye.
Pranam sir, you have been very inspiring to me, especially because I am a late joiner to this particular movement. Maybe the last 4 or 5 years, out of which 2 years Corona has eaten away. So the way you have narrated how Purushottam Anandji guided you, inspired you, and you and Swami Bodhame Anandji were together. Now I can see all those traits in Swami Bodhame Anandji.
Yeah.
The way, I mean, you told me, I was just trying, I was going through those 4 or 5 years of my association with Ramakrishna Math. Swami Bodhame Anand is a copy of Swami Purushottam Anandji. The way, I mean, he will keep an eye on all the volunteers. He knows which volunteer is doing what, which volunteer is coming, which volunteer is not coming, which volunteer works, which volunteer only speaks, like you were specialist in speaking. So I was going through, I mean, my association with VIHE, with Swami Bodhananji in your talk. So absolutely the same way, I mean, I was feeling that probably one day I will also get the same satisfaction that you have got today. And I only hope that all these volunteers who have joined us from various parts of the country, and actually I'm very happy today because the volunteers numbers touched 87. So we have been monitoring this also for the last so many days. So thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring talk about your association. And I mean, thank you, Swamiji, for giving me this opportunity.
Fantastic. Very nice. Madhavi Amma.
Pranams Maharaj, and namaste to Vishwanath ji. It was really very inspiring, and I totally agree with Ajit sir what he told, and I am also looking forward for. We are who all are associated with VIHE are looking forward for that kind of a transformation to happen. Definitely it is going to happen. I'm hopeful on that. Waiting for it to start physically, because even these 2 years also we got a very good training. And we got so much learning even from Bangalore Balaka Sangha. Whoever are attending this regularly, satsang, really fortunate and blessed, I feel. And it was very beautiful rendition of those two bhajans, Vishwanath ji. It was so nice. And I'm happy. And I would like to continue to be regularly attend this satsang. Thank you, Maharaj, and thank you.
Very nice, very nice. So these two bhajans are directly connected with Swami Vivekananda's life also. Guru Nanak's bhajan in Puri Jagannath temple, he sang. And Swamiji used to sing that before Sri Ramakrishna. It is there in the gospel. Then we have Prabhu Mere Avaguna Chitanadharu. Swamiji himself heard it in Rajasthan, in Khetri, when he refused to attend that dance music organized by the Raja. But when he went back to his room, that dance girl sang this song. And Swamiji was totally moved, and he came running and fell at her feet, said, Mother, Mother, you taught me a lesson today about Prabhu Mere Avaguna Chitanadharu. That was Swamiji, and then it became part of his life also. Sanjeev Sinha ji, Devgar.
Pranam Maharaj.
Pranam. Boliye, kaisa laga?
Very nice and very inspiring. One of the few things is like, I also, like one of the volunteers said, that even those who have not met Swami Purushottamanand have been touched by his contact. Is one of the songs or something. I also accidentally came across that song Bhaja Govindam, and while always within, even in traffic also, I used to play all the time that song. And one thing is, I was in Ranchi, and in 2015 we also started a study circle there. And the Secretary Maharaj on 23rd January 2015, that was the day volunteers who wished to be joining that had a meeting. And that time, that the incident that was told today about Bangalore cleaning of the temple, that was also mentioned, and also about the Balak Dal. And I'm glad to say that one of the volunteers there restarted a Balak Dal there, and mainly inspired by the ideas of Swami Purushottamanand. And it is very well and running for last 5 years. And third thing that I want to say is about the love factor. And Premanand, and it's so significant that he is mentioning the same love factor, which is also true of Swami Premanand, and one of the secret of work. And somehow I feel that the music that I was attracted to, music is always sweet, and love is also sweet. Perhaps the way that love is expressed, one of that is through music. And the way he said about the work, that is very inspiring, and also gave a clue to our style of working and how we can amend and make it better. And that is having love behind. And sometimes we get too bogged with the timelines, deadlines, and the goals, objectives, and we forget the person behind, working behind that. And that is a very, very powerful message I got today, that when we have love behind the person doing the work, and also the focus of work, we will be able to balance both. So that was a very important takeaway for me, and will help me amend my style also. Thank you.
Very nice lessons today. Thanks to Vishwanath's presentation of the mentorship, etc., training, etc., given by our Swami Guru Purushottamanaji, and now it has reached far and wide in the country.
And Swamiji, one more thing I wanted to say, which I learned from him, was this: whatever the capability we may have, sometimes what he said, as no one was willing to take him, whatever be the capability, if we are clear about the goals, we can contribute and become valuable in the society. That is a very important thing. So we can have the faith that even a small talent we have, and that is useful for the society.
Absolutely. And how that the parampara is continuing, the flow is continuing it through his Gurukulam now. Music, bhajan classes, and he is sharing, and he's earning, and he's spreading the fragrance of these bhajans and chantings. In fact, I remember, I think I learned Durga Suktam, Meda Suktam, etc. from Vishwanath in the group classes, along with the other boys and other things. So we had that Gurukulam type of, from the elders coming down to the youngsters under the trees and the rocks, and in classrooms here and there. Several lessons, several people taught. And that was very interesting times that we all came up in life. Yes, let me move to Haura, Nityanand. Come on, Laglo. Nityanand.
Pranam Maharaj,
हाँ,
and
बोलिए.
Pranam to Vishwanath sir, and तो हर सत्संग की तरह हर संडे की तरह इस संडे भी वैसा ही है और कुछ नया लेसन्स और जैसे बोधमानंद जी कहते हैं कि रीलर्निंग अनलर्निंग एटसेट्रा. सो वेरी नाइस. एंड टुडे आज हमने पुरुषोत्तमानंद जी के बारे में बहुत कुछ सुनने को मिला है और आई एम ऑल्सो एग्री विथ that Swami Bodhamananda ji was also like that. And and आज जो कुछ भी उन्होंने कहा है कि unselfish love is very it is touched to me and zero expectation and every work worshipping and the temple cleaning incident, so and so many things he had said. So आज हमको ये सब सुनने को मिला है, बहुत उनसे प्रेरित हुए हैं. नमस्ते.
Very nice, very nice. Vishwanath, you have got a wide audience today from Haura, from Devgar, from Gurugram, from Hyderabad, from Pune, from different parts of Bengal. Wonderful audience. we have gone national. And somebody, I think, somebody from Dallas in United States. Gopi, are you there from Dallas?
Yes, Swamiji. Namaste. Pranam, Swamiji.
You have reached America also.
It was so mesmerizing, Swamiji. This morning here it's 6 o'clock. We enjoyed the bhajans. I think, in our meetings, we should include one bhajan like that, because I'm not familiar with the bhajans. Today is like a completely, Swamiji. I enjoyed, inspired. Pranamas to our speaker, Vishwanath ji.
Demand Vishwanath to come join us every Sunday.
Yeah, at least 5 minutes, Swamiji. Really, because I listened to so many speeches and those things, but bhajan is the one which takes us really somewhere, because today I feel more energized after listening to these beautiful bhajans, Guru Nanak bhajan, and it's I came to know that love and compassion for the people, that's very important for anything actually.
Yes.
And really enjoyed Swamiji this morning actually. Thank you so much.
Satish ji has joined from America. Another parent of our NRI student. Can I get him, please, Satish ji? If you are around.
Yes, sir.
Namaste.
Yes, sir.
From which part of the globe?
Same, like Gopi only, sir. I'm also in Dallas only. It's morning.
Okay.
Hello, Gopi ji. I would like to connect only, and I'm in Frisco, sir. Yeah, very nice Sunday, everything. And yesterday I haven't.
You are in a revolving house or what?
No. Let me sit down. Sorry, let me sit down.
Probably you are having a morning walk. We are seeing your entire house.
Yeah. Let me sit down now. So namaste, sir. And I have huge respect for Bodhamananda Garu. A lot of impact classes and all. I used to, but I haven't met you, sir, personally. But I don't know. Next time when I'm in Hyderabad, I will definitely comment. At least I want to take your blessings. And the only thing, sir, in America, the thing is right now, let me take 1 more minute, sir. Since the past 2 years, right, the children are more into the video games, and I'm trying very hard to get out of that. And I have some experiences where children in US, one of our friends' son, whoever has the spiritual backing, they are in a very good in their life. Don't think that the spiritual backing is what it can do, but you don't know, it is like the catalyst. Here money is not everything. Money, okay, comes, goes, and all the struggles, everything is there. But you should have certain shock absorber wherein you should be able to withstand the struggles, and all these are in our culture. But unfortunately, we don't know. Even honestly, I didn't know that. A lot of things after coming here only I know that. But again, the grace of the Holy Trio is with me, and I used to be visiting the temple, Hyderabad temple. I would say like 92 and 90, like that. I used to visit, and before coming to America, and I met this Swami Paramananda Garu, and he was from Hyderabad. This one, I don't know what happened on that day. I just fell on his feet, and I told that I won't be coming here regularly. And he told, "Don't worry like that." I'm feeling emotional, but thank you, sir. Thank you. I want to be here.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Understand your feelings. Gopi, make a good team of NRI.
Yeah,
side.
sure. So
Hey,
the
Gopi.
Swamiji, and please send the contact number so I can. I am also in Prisco, G. I am also in Prisco.
So which
We
part
can
in
easily
Prisco?
meet actually.
I'm in Lexington, Gopiji. Where
Hello.
are you? I'm in Lexington.
G,
Lexington
are you in
country.
mute? Or?
No. I'm unmuted. I'm in Lexington country. Hello, Gopiji. Hello, Gopiji.
You can send your number by chat in the chat box.
Okay. Sure, I will do that. Yeah.
We will connect you. Okay. So we conclude here, and we meet again, and be prepared for 26th, Holy Mother Sharda Devi's birthday. It is the last Sunday of this year, and we end with Holy Mother's blessings and start with Sri Ramakrishna's blessings on the 1st of January. So we are very happy, thankful, and namaste to my old friend and contact, Balak Sangha mate, Sri Vishwanath from Bangalore, and hope to have his songs or something in the near future whenever we have any programs. And that will be a very good inspiration to others also, and he can teach the traditional bhajans of what we used to sing in Bangalore, which are spread all over the centers now, but Foka with a nice backup and his involvement, it will be a very good affair. Okay. So Vishwanath, namaste. Thank you. Vandanagalu.
Namaste, Swamiji.
Namaste.
Yes.
Meet again
Yes,
and
sir.
again, online
Yes,
and
sir.
offline if possible.
Yes, Swamiji.
Hyderabad Bani on,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Bhatin, Swamiji.
Okay. So thank you. Namaste to everybody. And we end with a small prayer. Priyatam Pundari Kakshaha Sarva Yagneshwaro Harihi Tasmin Tushte Jagat Tushtam Prenite Prenitam Jagat Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevava Shishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. So spread this message of Sunday satsangs, Sunday online meetings to all people, and let more and more get benefited and more get the inspiration and the guidance and the spiritual flavor for the next 5-6 days to continue. Okay. Thank you. Namaste. And we leave the meeting now. Jai Ramakrishna.